This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. In the famous poem Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou, the author demonstrates the living principles of a strong woman who is confident about herself and her success in life. Angelou emphasizes the significance of women's self-identity and ability to understand that they have equal rights with men and, consequently, equal prospects in life, making family or career. It is evident that the author, as well as the heroine of her poem, is a strong, or phenomenal, woman herself, and this allows her to say what she says in her poem not from other people's experiences but from the life she lived and experiences she had growing from a little African American girl to one of the most famous writers, poets, and social activists of today. Discussion. The contrast of sexes is also present in the poem by Maya Angelou, as the author wants to demonstrate that belonging to female does not mean anything negative for a person and can even turn out to be an advantage in some cases if only the person knows what she wants and what she strives for. Angelou, who is considered to be the embodiment of the phenomenal woman described in her poem, is a strong and confident woman, and she proves in the following lines that express one of the main ideas of her poem: equality and, sometimes, even superiority of women. I walk into a room, just as cool as you please. And to a man, the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. The poem is a clear manifestation of Maya Angelou's view of life, which is based on her own experiences and the things she managed to achieve directed by this very view of life. The heroine of the poem states from the beginning that she is not the role model for other women in respect of beauty or nice figure, but her phenomenon lies in more important things such as inner strength and confidence that allows her to reach much more than physical perfection. It is not important for the author what others think or say. Her heroine is proud of being a woman, which is phenomenal in the very definition of the word. I'm a woman. Phenomenally. Phenomenal woman. That's me. The character of the phenomenal woman, whose prototype may be Maya Angelou herself, can be applied to any other woman living on the earth, as far as the ideas expressed in the poem do not demand any special knowledge to understand them and any special skills from women to implement them in practice. The only thing needed, according to Angelou, is the confidence and absence of fear to show it to the surrounding world. This point of view was also reflected by literary critics who studied the poetry by Angelou. For example, Stepto singles out the perfect imagery of the poem Phenomenal Woman, which allows the wide circle of readers to understand the main idea of this work and apply it to their own personal experiences. Angelou uses imagery to give the reader a sense of what the persona looks like. She then lists characteristics to help further the reader's sense of the persona. The style in which the poem is written is rather literary, but it is at the same time understandable for an average reader and proves the point that the directed audience is every ordinary woman who wants to bring change in her life or needs support in some difficult moments. As long as the heritage of Maya Angelou is African American, she realizes quite well all the problems that are faced by women on the whole and black women in particular. The poem under consideration can also be considered as a protest against racial discrimination. Angelou experienced the most violent aspects of such discrimination, and this made her a stronger personality. She expressed this in Phenomenal Woman and thus gave all women a sign that they are not destined to stay at home and obey in a society that is considered to be created by men and for men. The ideas expressed by Angelou in her poem can be applied to any other woman who either lives according to these ideas or only tries to put them into practice. Angelou's heroine stresses the features that are common to every woman and differ from one woman to another, but she states that these points are the most important factors that predetermine a woman's being phenomenal, not because she possesses certain exclusive features, but just because she lives. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, The grace of my style. Another aspect of the poem that deserves much attention is the concept of dignity and women's self-esteem. This is one of the prominent concepts in all works by Angelou, and as noticed by Stepto, it finds its bright reflection in the poem Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. The whole poem is built in a logical manner, when all aspects of a woman's life are described and discussed, and the last, third verse serves as the summary of the first two verses. In these lines, Angelou summarizes what she said in the poem and states that she is proud of being a woman, a black woman. At the same time, she emphasizes that all other women must be proud of their being women, and furthermore, all men must be proud that they are allowed to watch such perfect God's creatures as women. Angelou's heroine is a rather majestic woman, but it does not prevent her from noticing and recognizing that she is an ordinary woman. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about, or have to talk really loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. Conclusion. To make a logical conclusion, I would like to say that the poem Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou is a rather skillful literary work that catches the attention of readers once they take a look at it. It touches on such significant topics as women's identity, their rights, and success in this life. Certain feminist motives can be found in the poem, as well as a simple attempt to give people hope and trust in themselves. The main idea of the poem by Angelou is the dignity that every woman should possess or struggle for in case she is deprived of it. The heroine of the poem is a rather strong, confident, and proud woman, as well as the author herself, and this allows her to state that every other woman can be so successful if only she understands that she is phenomenal, irrespective of her appearance, just because she is unique. If you want to find more works like this essay on Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of free samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects. No registration required to access it.